What is going on, guys? This is Daniel, and this video is for all the coaches out there that have struggled against the 2-3 zone defense. In this video, I will show you my favorite way to attack a 2-3 zone defense. And as a coach, you can make this offense as complicated or as simple as you'd like. And I'm using North Carolina as my demonstration team because under Roy Williams, they run the same type of offense against the zone that I would run. And they had great success against Syracuse the other night. So, let's get to it. Let's start off with the basic motion. The basic alignment is 3 out, 2 in, with one interior player at the high post and one in the slot along the baseline. I like it when the perimeter players have the freedom to move anywhere along the perimeter, not simply in a specific spot on the floor, as long as they keep good spacing, and here, out of the flow of the offense, they get an overload and an open corner 3. Here you'll see the Tar Heels execute cut and fill, a common occurrence where a guard will cut, then when he doesn't receive the pass, the opposite guard will fill his position on top and he'll clear out along the perimeter. And later in the play, you'll see them simply exchange, and this keeps the offense moving, and it can also set up flare screens, which I'll get into later. Now let's talk about the motion of the two interior players, the high post player and the slot player, and on a ball reversal, they switch. So the high post player goes to the slot, and the slot comes up to the high post. You can think of it as them forming an X. Here's a good look at it in slow motion. Now, let's talk about how to score in this motion. Well, first off, in this offense, you need to go inside to score or go inside out to get good looks at threes. If you simply pass it along the perimeter, you'll get tough, longer threes like you see here. Let's move on to scoring when the ball goes into the high post, and here the high post player can simply make a power move once he gets it and score inside. The high post player should always look inside to the slot man for a high-low opportunity. Here it's covered so he can simply attack, take one dribble, and finish at the basket. Notice here when the high post player gets the ball, the center comes up high to guard him, so the slot man can simply seal an overmatched forward down low and get a layup. But this time, as you'll see, the center takes away the slot by dropping very low, and that frees up the high post player to attack. Watch how the two inside players will perfectly perform the X on a ball reversal and then go right into high-low. When the ball goes into the high post, it's also a great opportunity to kick out to open three-point shooters. All it takes is one guard to jump and overcommit, and it's an open 3 every time. But it's very important to keep good spacing. Here they hit the high post, but watch how the wing wandered into the paint, taking away any high-low chance, and that stalls the offense and they turn it over. The big man who's in the slot is also in a great position to get offensive rebounds right under the basket, and here he does and puts it back in. Also, dribble drives in these areas gives you the same scoring opportunities as simply hitting the high post. Here, when a guard gets a drive toward the middle and the center steps up, it's simply a high-low pass to the man in the slot, and it's a dunk. You'll see this happen again, and I forgot to mention the slot should always be about one dribble from the basket. You can also go directly to the slot man from the perimeter, and here he gets it and takes one dribble and scores. We talked about high-low, and low-high is also a legit option, as when they hit the slot, he could pass to a center diving toward the basket, or here he can again score inside. And drives behind the forwards in the zone is basically the same as hitting the slot. Here, a Tar Heel guard gets a drive along the baseline, and that low-high bounce pass to a diving big man is open, but here instead he makes a tough floater. The center will always come over to stop the drive, which will often free up that low-high pass, but here again they don't find him. Also, I'd stress on these drives along the baseline for an opposite perimeter player to run to the corner for a possible kick-out pass for a shot or simply as an outlet. Now, you can have a very successful zone offense just by what I've gone over so far, especially if you're teaching youth basketball or even high school, but utilizing screens in the offense does make the offense more dynamic and it opens up many more scoring opportunities. Screening toward the outside of a guard is a great way to get one of your best perimeter scorers a look at the basket. So, the screen takes away the guard, and having a wing in the corner takes away the forward, so basically it's a chance for the ball handler to attack one-on-one with the center. This is a great option, especially if the center has foul trouble, and here the Carolina player drives and scores. This is executed simply in the flow of a motion offense when the high post player decides to screen, and here the forward comes over to help, but it's important to have a wing in that corner, and here he's more toward foul line extended, and the guard is forced to take a tougher shot. Of course, the ball handler can also pull up for a 3. But it should always be set up that there is a wing in the corner, and here there is none, which allows the forward to come up and negate the action. Utilizing ball screens against the zone is a great way to get an overload, and here a ball screen is set to the inside of a guard, making the other guard step up. Then, when the ball is passed, the forward must come up, foul line extended, and only if the last guard was in that corner, not on the opposite side of the floor, that would have been a wide open corner 3. But it's okay as the screener will roll to the basket and they'll find him for an in-close shot. And if the defender simply goes under any ball screen, the ball handler can take an open 3. Bringing one big man up to screen the ball also will free up space for the other big man to possibly post up and seal his man down low, which occurs here, and he misses but they get a putback. So if you're going against the 2-3 zone and you want to get your center a post up, this is a great concept to use. Off-ball flare screens work great against the zone. Here it looks like the two guards are simply exchanging, but one of the guards simply sets a flare screen, getting his teammate an open 3. And here a big man will set a flare screen on one of the forwards. Now, simply by searching on YouTube, you can find many terrific set plays to attack a 2-3 zone, but I'll just show you some ones I saw North Carolina run. Here's one where they'll send a wing to the corner, taking the forward out with him, and then one big man will set a screen on the center, freeing up a pass to the other big man who can score inside. This is one where they'll send a shooter along the baseline and then set a double flare screen for him on the weak side guard and the weak side forward. Then a skip pass is thrown, and here the defenders run out on him, allowing him to drive and dish to a teammate. Here they run this play again, and when a shot isn't open, they simply skip it again and utilize another flare screen, this time getting an open 3. And here's an alley-oop play where a screen will be set on the weak side forward and the center, getting an easy dunk. Here they run this play again, and here when the alley-oop is denied, the wing simply cuts to the foul line and hits a mid-range jumper. When this play is ineffective this time, notice how they can flow right back into their motion, hit the high post, and get a short jumper. And here's a different alley-oop play where the dunker will come down the middle, and there will just be one screen on the center, and here it works. But with no screen on the weak side forward, he can interfere. And here's a play where screens will be set on the forward and the guard to try to get an open 3, but the timing is off here and they don't get the shot. Well, there you have it guys. By using some of the concepts I went over, flare screens, high-low, low-high, you will be sure to shred any 2-3 zone, and it's only easier of course if you have good shooters. Well, thanks for watching and see you next time.